Today in BeamNG, we're launching cars off a mega ramp to see who can jump the furthest. The second the car leaves the ramp, the distance tracker starts counting, and whatever it says when we slam into the ground is the final score. Drop a comment down below on who you think wins this. First up, we got the Piccolina, only weighing 745 kilograms with 33 horsepower. Let's see how it does. As it's going down the ramp, you can see that it's gaining a little bit of speed. It might max out though. It's got a top speed of 114 kilometers an hour, but it's already well past that due to this ramp. And let's see where it goes. Ooh, only 97.8 meters. Honestly, not a great performance, not a great start. However, it does start off the game in first place. Next up, we got the Stambeco, a kind of military off-road utility army van looking thing. This thing weighs over 2,000 kilograms and has a top speed of 110 kilometers an hour. Will it do better than the Piccolina? I guess we'll see. Already building up speed over 170, 180 kilometers an hour. I mean, it's getting its speed, and it looks like our engine just blew because we were going too fast. And it does not beat the Piccolina at only 86.9 meters. Solid second place. Next, we got the Bastion SE. This thing has 280 horsepower, weighs about 2,000 pounds. This thing might have a better chance of taking the leaderboard. Already up over 210. This thing is absolutely flying compared to our last two. Let's see how it goes. Off the ramps, cleared 100, 200, and 173 meters is what we get at the end. Solid first place, bumping the Piccolina and the Stambeco down to second and third. Next, we got the Legrand. It's 134 horsepower, 1550 kilograms. Let's see if it can make this. Let's see if it can take over first. Alright, it's building up speed pretty fast. I mean, we're already climbing over 180, 190, 200, no problem for this thing. Let's see if this can get further than the Bastion and claim first. And it absolutely smokes everything else. Over 300 meters already, taking first from the Bastion, and hopefully it can hold that. Alright, next we got the Moonhawk, which was used in a few past different videos. 187 horsepower and 1740 kilograms. Let's see how it can do. Building up speed well over 200, 230 already. I mean, this thing is faster than anything we've seen. Expecting big results from the Moonhawk. And 277.5 meters. I mean, this thing has just clawed its way into second. Dulux, aka the old Granny Mobile. This thing is only producing 77 horsepower with a weight of 1,200 kilograms. Let's see if it can make its way down the track. It's gaining some good speed. 170, 180. Might blow up the engine due to the high RPMs, but that don't matter right now. And the engine stays intact, but only 47 meters. Wow, that's abysmal. Not enough to even get on the leaderboard. First vehicle we've had that has just not outperformed anything else so far. Next, we got the Special 274, the 146 horsepower, weighing at 1755 kilograms. Let's see what it can do. Top speed is supposed to be 165, but it's already surpassed that due to this mega ramp that we have. 210, doesn't look like it's getting much faster there, but hopefully with a little bit of velocity it gets there. And 172.5, it takes over fourth place, knocks down the Piccolina into fifth. Next we got the FCV Vivace. This thing has over 400 horsepower and only weighs 1625. Expecting big things from this car as it's just flying down the ramp. I mean, this thing's gaining speed like we haven't seen. 270 already. I mean, that's insane. Flying past all the markers. This will definitely be a first place. 304 meters. Amazing. Taking over first place, knocking the Legrand down to second. Next, we got the Boldy. This thing is packing 260 horsepower. Only weighs 1,300 kilograms. I mean, this thing is just an absolute rocket of a machine. We're already over 200 kilometers an hour. 250, I mean, this thing is looking great. This thing's looking like it's gonna fly. And wow, an impressive 388 meters. I mean, that just easily just took the cake, taking over first place. Next, we got the Scintilla. This thing has 650 horsepower, weighs 1,500 kilograms. We're expecting huge numbers from this thing here. This is just an absolute beast of a vehicle, already going 290. First vehicle to hit over 300 kilometers an hour. Expecting big numbers here. And wouldn't you know it, 594 meters. I mean, that's just insane. Just clearly eclipses everything else on the map. 800 series. This thing has 189 horsepower, weighs 1,600 kilograms. I mean, this thing is a modern SUV kind of vehicle. Already over 200 kilometers an hour as we get towards the end of the ramp. Could it break 240? Yes, it does. And let's see what it ends up landing on. 250, not quite enough to overtake the Moonhawk for 5th. And so it just barely misses. Next, we got the I-Series 2400i, 130 horsepower, but only weighing 1,400 kilograms. This thing might be able to grow wings and fly. Moving down the ramp, already over 200, 220, no problem. Let's see how this thing fares. 273, not quite enough to overtake the Moonhawk either. K-Series with 361 horsepower, weighing in at 1,570 kilogram. Expecting this one to get on the leaderboard. 200 kilometers, 230, 240. This thing's acceleration is crazy, but it looks like it's topping out around 260. See how it flies through the air. And 280, the K-Series overtakes for 5th place. The Hydra base with 38 horsepower, weighing in at 600 kilograms. I am not expecting this thing to get off the ramp. Also, as a quick side note, the total distance meter isn't perfectly accurate. It does update periodically, and so some cars will get a little bit more of an advantage, some will get a little bit of a disadvantage for it. And it looks like the engine is blown on the Hydra base. I mean, with the engine gone, is it even going to make it down the ramp? I guess we'll just try and steer it straight and see if we can get any momentum for it. Will it make it to the end of the ramp? Okay, it looks like it's getting some speed. But yeah, this is just an abysmal run. This is not what we were hoping to see for the Hydra today. And as it finally moves its way to the end of the ramp, it gets a score of, we're going to give it 10 meters. It does not take the 5th place spot from the K-Series. This thing is a classic American muscle car, 191 horsepower, 15 kilograms. I mean, this thing has a chance to get on the leaderboard here. So let's see what we're doing. All right, we're sitting over 200, 230. See if we can get some good distance out of this baby. And 258, not enough to knock the K-Series off the 5th place spot. Next, we got the Blue Buck V8. This thing clocks in at a whopping 258 horsepower, 1716 kilograms. This thing might be able to do it. Really just depends on how the gearbox, gear ratio, all that fancy stuff is set up. But this thing's getting some speed, over 230. This might have a chance. And 257. This did not clear it and does not knock the K-Series off. That K-Series just been holding that 5th place spot this whole time. Next, we got the D-Series. We got a nice little pickup truck. 194 horsepower, 2,060 kilograms. Not expecting a ton out of this thing, but you never know. Could surprise you. Already over 200. So gravity's really doing its work here. And let's see how it goes. Oh, it looks like it's flipping upside down. 305 will knock out the bottom 3. I mean, this just took 3rd place like it was nothing. Next, we got the Grand Marshal V8, 194 horsepower, 1795 kilograms. We have a very tight race for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all within 5 meters of each other. Will the Grand Marshal have what it takes to overtake any of those spots, or will it fall flat? Going almost 250 kilometers an hour. Pretty good start for it. And And it looks like, wow, the Grand Marshal at 390. That seems like a bit of an overread, but hey, I mean, that's what the distance tracker said, so we'll give it to him. Next, we got the white van, the H series, 194 horsepower, 2030, 2,350 kilograms. I mean, if this thing ends up on the leaderboard, I'm gonna have to call. I'm gonna have to say something's rigged. I mean, this shouldn't be able to fly like those other birds, but 240 exit speed almost, and looking like it's doing pretty well. And it managed to secure 4th place with 379.4 meters. Wow. So the white van's on the board. Next, we got the dump truck. 193 horsepower, weighing in at a whopping 8,225 kilograms. I mean, this thing is heavy. I can't imagine this thing is going to get too far off the ground. And I'm assuming with the engine gear base that once we max out these RPMs, we're going to blow the engine pretty fast, right? 180, 190. Yep, there the engine goes. So we're just working in neutral. We're just working off gravity now. See if we can get anywhere. And it does break 200. 235. Not terrible. Much better than I was expecting. But not enough to get on the leaderboard. Alright, next we got this semi-truck with 400 horsepower. So it's kicking up those numbers. However, it weighs 8,820 pounds, 8,820 kilograms. So let's see. As it's going down the ramp, I'm assuming we're going to blow this engine again. Just with all these bigger vehicles, it just tends to happen. And so we're pushing way past the red at about 200 kilometers an hour, and any second now, yep, engine's blown. We're just in neutral, working off gravity, and let's see how far it can go. 234 meters. I mean, if anything, that's pretty impressive. For a semi-truck, competing with these cars, it's crazy. Next, we got the Erra Sport Turbo with 185 horsepower, but only weighing 800 kilograms. I'm expecting big things from this vehicle. The engine seems like it's topping out at about 164, 165. That might hold it back a lot, though. I was hoping with this small amount of weight, it might be able to do something. And what was that? 40 meters. Awful. I mean, that's just abysmal. Not even a tenth of what some of these vehicles on here this list are, and so this will not end up on the leaderboard. Now we got the SBR4 with 448 horsepower, weighing in at 1,480 kilograms. This thing I'm expecting to get on the leaderboard. I mean, this thing is just flying down this ramp. 200 already, with no sign and stop. 250. This might hit 300 by the time it launches. 290 exit velocity. I mean, this thing is just soaring past everything, and oh wow. 587. That's insane. Claiming the spot of 2nd place. Next, we got the Sunburst 2.5 Sport with the whopping 270 horsepower, weighing at 1,390 kilograms. Let's see how it does. It's flying down the ramp pretty well, to be honest. I mean, 230, 250. You know, it's getting its velocity, but it seems to be topped out at 256. We'll see how it lands. Apparently upside down, and not enough to take a spot on the leaderboard. Next, we got the BX series with 143 horsepower, weighing at 1,250 kilograms. Let's see how she does. Doing well to pass 200 kilometers an hour. I mean, this exit velocity might not look too bad. 230, but capped out. Might hurt it a little bit, but we'll see if it lands on the leaderboard. 316, not quite enough. Next, we got the Corvette, which is 87 horsepower, a bit on the smaller engine side. Only weighs 1,000 kilograms, though. Maybe that'll help it. Really just depends on how its gearbox is set up and if those higher gears are able to handle that higher speed. But it's looking like no. It looks like it's going to top out around 217. Exit velocity, I'm assuming this one's not ending up on the leaderboard. Yep, 176. Not quite the number we were hoping to see here. Next, we got the Hopper with 162 horsepower, weighing in at 1,550 kilograms. Let's see how it does. Going down the ramp, we're seeing about 160. Might hit 200. 200 past 210. Alright, we're getting some speed at the tail end of this, but 230 exit velocity, probably not enough to land on the leaderboard. Yep, 268, not quite what we were hoping for at this point. Next, we got the Miramar base with 82 horsepower, weighing in at 1,090 kilograms. This thing's light, but might be a little bit more of a family car than a ramp jumper. Flying down, yeah, looking like it's gonna max out in 4th gear here. Might even blow the engine. Nope, engine seemed to have stayed intact even with that much of a red line. But yeah, 161 meters. Definitely not what it was hoping for. However, this car looks like the first one to not take any damage on this course, so that's something else. Pessima 2.7, 173 horsepower, weighing in at 1,430 kilograms. Let's see how she does. Gaining some speed pretty well. I mean, if this transmission holds up here, we could get some good speed. 230, 240, 250. Wow, okay, we got a pretty good exit velocity. We'll see if we land on the leaderboard. And 234, we do not. Despite the impressive exit velocity, it was just not made to fly. Next, we got the Pessima, 139 horsepower, 1,315 kilograms. Going down the ramp, doesn't seem to do anything too crazy now. Might break 200, breaking 200, 220, 230, 240, but seems to be topping out. Will this end up on the leaderboard? 275, not quite enough, and I'm not sure about the distance tracker on that one. It felt a bit further, but who knows. Next, we got the Pigeon base, 30 horsepower, only weighing 625 kilograms. This engine is definitely going to get blown on the way down. I mean, we're already in 3rd gear, and it doesn't look like it has a 4th gear. So yeah, engine will definitely be blown once we get these high RPMs going. Yep, there it goes. Engine's gone. We're in neutral, just having gravity hopefully help us here. And 49 meters. Wow. That was not an impressive performance and nowhere near what it needed to get to end up on the leaderboard. Next, we got the Widgeon base with 30 horsepower, 530 kilograms. This thing, another small vehicle, assuming we're going to blow out this engine as well. I mean, 3rd gear. We're looking at that RPM gauge already well past what it should be, and there we go. Lost the engine, but we're still gaining speed, and 49.5 meters, so barely beating out the last competitor, but nowhere near the scoreboard. Alright, we got this Dune Kicker, 390 horsepower. I mean, this thing has power. Weighs 2,650 kilograms. Flying down this ramp. I mean, we're already past 200. Could this thing end up on the leaderboard? Maybe not with that top speed, but we'll see. 171. Nope, nowhere near what it needs to be. However, this vehicle looks pretty in good shape. Never mind. Alright, next we got the Rock Basher Rock Racer with 434 horsepower, 1,880 kilograms. I mean, these things have the horsepower, but they're made a little bit more for kind of off-road, lower gear, getting through the dirt and sand kind of adventure, dune buggy activities. I mean, yeah, we're topping out at 200 and some kilometers an hour in 3rd gear, 107 meters. Not what you want to see here, not enough to get on the leaderboard. Next, we got Lansdale, the minivan with 138 horsepower, weighing in at 1,800 kilograms. Not expecting this one to get on the leaderboard. I mean, this is just kind of your everyday stereotypical soccer mom car. But we are getting up to about 230. Might not be enough, though, to power through. Yep, 180 something. Definitely not what we needed to be, and the soccer mom car does not land upon the leaderboard. Next, we got the Wendover, 150 horsepower, 1,710 kilograms. I mean, it looks cool. I guess we'll just have to see what the transmission allows it for. If it can really utilize this gravity on this ramp. I mean, we're going 220 already, 230, and looks like topping out around 240. Got some good flight. Let's see if it can do it. 311, not quite what we were hoping to see there. And now on to the last vehicle. The city bus, the DT40L, with 345 horsepower, weighing in at a massive 12,000 kilograms. I mean, this is the heaviest thing we've launched down the ramp the whole game. It doesn't look like the engine's going to hold up too well, but it is gaining a lot of speed. maybe due to that heavy weight. And yep, there we go. We lost the engine, but it's still flying. Only 110 meters. Not what we wanted to see, but it did look very majestic, I can't lie. Alright, and with that, everything has been said and done. Every car has gone on the ramp. It looks like first place, we got the Scintilla with 594 meters. Second place, the SBR4 with 587. Nothing in the 400 range, interestingly enough. We got the Grand Marshal at 390, the Bolide at 388, and the H Series, the van, the white van, at 379 meters. Was your comment correct? Let me know down below. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and leave a comment on what you think I should do next.